Welcome back to Wheel of Courses, where we take a look into different classes and talk to the teacher and students who have taken the class. Today, we'll be looking to genocide studies to learn more about the workload and what the class offers.
Wheel of Courses!
The curriculum in genocide studies has really grown over the years that I've been teaching it. It used to be a history of the Holocaust, but the unfortunate reality is that there are so many different modern genocides. We also talk a lot about international law and what is genocide and what are the stages of genocide, and we try to weave in current events as well.
I think the most interesting part of the class was definitely learning about genocides other than the Holocaust, because there's a lot of focus on the Holocaust, but we did the Cambodian, Rwandan, and Armenian genocide too.
The course is an elective, right? So it's an optional social studies elective. I wouldn't describe it as a homework-heavy class, although we do readings, but I do try to have most of the work completed in class, mostly because of the nature of the content. It's hard history, it's difficult content, and so I like to be able to process that with students.
The workload in the class was fine. There was some reading and occasional poster projects, but it wasn't too overwhelming.
My favorite unit to teach is about resistance. We spend quite a bit of time examining how people fought back and how people have resisted genocide and resisted tyranny.
I think the most challenging part about the class is definitely the content. I mean, it's a genocide studies class, so it's really heavy. But Ms. Todd Hunter would always put trigger warnings. She was a really good teacher. She would stop by each student to make sure that if they needed any help, they were getting it. And she was really quick to help modify projects if they were confusing or didn't work out with the student's learning style.
I would say that the class can be really challenging emotionally. From the very first day, I try to make it clear to students that some days, some lessons, they really might be quite disturbed. And so I think it's important for people to understand that coming in. I do my best not to expose students to things, to this graphic content needlessly or without meaning. When you really humanize it and you see that these are people that are being affected, that makes it a lot harder.
As I said, Ms. Todd Hunter would always give trigger warnings and was really conscientious of her students' feelings and thoughts, and everyone was free to express opinions, so it was like a very safe space.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to talk to Ms. Todd Hunter if you're interested in this class. Tune in next week to learn more about courses.